Well, social media platforms are alight tonight as former Vice President Joe Biden barnstorms across the Hawkeye state aboard a vehicle the campaign is calling the No Malarkey bus. Turns out members of Generation X and millennials think the word malarkey is funny. It might be, but the word is also quintessential Joe Biden, as I found out today riding along with the former vice president in Mason City for an exclusive interview. It has been a whirlwind day on the campaign trail. Former Vice President Biden was holding a campaign event at Mason City's historic Park Inn when word broke that California Senator Kamala Harris, whom we interviewed this summer, was dropping out. A startled Biden was unfailingly gracious in reacting to that news.
She is a first-rate intellect, first-rate candidate, and it's a real competitor. I have mixed emotions about it.
Following that exchange with reporters, we were the only news team permitted to board Biden's so-called No Malarkey tour bus for a one-on-one interview. I asked the long-serving 77-year-old public servant why he's running. He told me his grandchildren called a family meeting and told him, "Pop, you have to run."
I realized that if I really meant what I said all these years, how could I step back? How could I not do it? And I think that, presumptuous of me to say this, but I think my experience is suited me particularly well to deal with the two things we have to deal with. One is, how do you unite this nation under the next president? How's that happen? And how do you rebuild our standing in the world? Because we're not going to have any time for on-the-job training.
Biden says President Trump has abused the power of the presidency more than any chief executive in his lifetime. And he says it was abuse of power that motivated him to run for the Senate in the waning years of the Nixon administration and still motivates him today.
I'll be blunt with you. If Donald Trump were not the president, I might not have run.
Well, we parted company with former Vice President Biden at the airport in Mason City, where he told me he was going to be placing a phone call to Senator Harris.